All right, this is our new stuff we started last week, Tyler. This worksheet is new. I got 6 of these problems on the final exam. This final exam has 36 problems. It's multiple choice. It's got 36, but I'm going to give you the answer to 3 or 4 of them that we haven't gone over. So, really looking like 33 problems. All right, we'll quickly go through this. All right, Tyler, if I try to punch that in the calculator, it's going to say domain error. Why? It's a negative. So what you do is just don't worry about the negative. You punch in the square root of 256. They got on the board. So your answer is 16i. The I, Tyler, came from the negative. Yeah. All right, so that's pretty easy. Number 2. I to the first is I to the second is -1, I to the third is -I. All right, Tyler may need to write this down. Everybody else should know it. Actually, Tyler, look, I got them right here up above you. All right, all these I's, you're going to have to at least know where they are so you can look at them. We started doing this last week, so if anybody wants to write them down, you can. I times 13I minus 2. All right, so Tyler, all we do here is distribute. 5 times 13 is 65. I times I is I squared. 5 times 2 is -10i. All right, Tyler, look on the board for me. Tell me what I squared changes into. -1. So look, if this is a -1 right here, -1 times 65 is just -65. And that's as far as you can go. You can't add those up because they're not like terms. Number 3, 7 minus 4i minus -3 plus 6i. All right, we did this one last week. Anybody remember how to do this one? It's got a minus in the middle. JP, you remember?
Yeah, you gotta take the negative and you gotta do it against -3.
Yeah, right. We just distribute the negative.
Take it positive and negative.
So our negative times a negative is a positive 3 and a minus 6i. All right, now y'all add like terms and you're done with that one.
Why is the 7 negative?
I have no idea. All right, there we go. Just a Monday mistake. All right, so final answer, y'all add your like terms. We got 10 minus 10i. Does that look good? All right, number 4 says I to the 37th. Number 5 says I to the 82nd. Number 6, I to the 64. And number 7, I to the 15th. All right, Tyler, just to keep this simple, look, you only have 4 different exponents of your I, those top 4. Tyler, you see the decimals out beside them? Okay. Since you only got 4, Tyler, do 37 divided by 4. Let's see what that gives us. 37 divided by 4 is?
0.25.
All right, it ends in 0.25. Look at the board, so that answer is just I. All right, so all y'all have to do is divide those by 4. Go. All right, what'd y'all get on number 5 for an answer? Just give me an answer. -1 sounds good. 6. So it divides and you get 16 without a decimal. Which one up there doesn't have a decimal out beside it? The I4 equals 1, so that answers 1. And this one is negative I. All right, I'm going to let y'all do most of this stuff by yourself. Let's just skip around to the ones y'all might have trouble on. Let's do, I think we need to do 16, 17, and 18. 16, I got 3 plus 4i squared 2 minus I squared. Anybody got a suggestion? What's the first thing we got to do on 16? Well, the ones that have a square out beside them, we can write them down twice, JP. So 3 plus 4i squared is 3 plus 4i times 3 plus 4i. All right, you guys FOIL that out. I'm going to show Tyler. He missed all this last week. Y'all go ahead and FOIL that out. Let's see what you get. All right, here we go, Tyler. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4i is 12i. All right, 4i times 3 is 12i. All right, Tyler, here's the tricky part. 4 times 4 is 16i squared. All right, so Tyler, what does the I squared turn into?
-1.
Okay, so -1 times 16 just makes that a -16. So I can add 9 minus 16, that's -7 plus 24i. Plus. All right, now, I FOILed that one out. This is what I got. All right, I'm now going to FOIL this one out. So I do 2 minus I, write it down twice. All right, Tyler, you've seen one, so try to FOIL that out now and see what you get. And then we'll add them together for our final answer. Let's see what you got. We got 2 times 2 is 4, minus 2i, minus 2i, plus I squared. All right, Tyler, what's that plus I squared turn into?
-1.
Very good. 4 minus 1 is 3, minus 4i. All right, so we FOILed the first one, we got this. We FOILed the second one, we got this. Now it's got a plus in between, so now we add up like terms. I'll be honest with y'all, I don't have one like this on the final. This is way too long. -7 plus 3 is -4 plus 20i. You should know how to do it, but that's a long problem. All right, 17. We got 8 minus -11, root of -11. 8 plus -11. All right, I think we skipped these last week. I don't think I put any of the square roots on the final. We're going to go ahead and do this one. First step, y'all need to bring your eyes out. If you got a negative, Tyler, inside the square root sign, you can't work it out that way. So let's bring that out. That's 8 minus I root 11 here, and 8 plus I root 11 there. That's going to be your first step. Bring your eyes out so we can work on it. Now, you should be able to FOIL this out from here. See any breakfast? Is it out in the hallway still? Yeah, guys, there's nothing here.
No, they had the carts at the hall.
Gotcha.
You're not gonna have breakfast in the class.
I got a pack of crackers up here if you want one. All right, so let's FOIL this out. 8 times 8 is 64. How about this one, guys? When I multiply 8 times I root 11, what do I bring down? 8 times I root 11 is 8I root 11.
Marley's at the door.
Oh, I got it. Jason, we're not signing in this morning? Go sign in for me. Unless they're not doing targets. Right here, I got a minus 8I root 11. Then I got a minus I squared root 11 times 11 is 121. Wow. You guys, look at that. When you get back, there's one right. Prop that door up, please. All right, y'all look at that, see if y'all got any questions. That was kind of nasty. All right, LeVar, what happens to these two in the middle? They cancel. I got a plus 8 out and a minus 8 out. They're gone. Look at this on the end. All right, we got to turn this into a number. What's the square root of 121?
11.
What's I squared? -1, and then you got another -1 right in front of it. So what am I going to bring down for that?
Just 11.
Just plus 11, right. So 64 plus 11, 75. So we did all that work and got 75. And again, I don't think I got one like that on the final. If we had time to do a test or a quiz, we'd have to work on that some more.
This one there.
Sir,
All it needs to shoot.
here we go. All right, let's go to 18. And 18, we are going to simplify it a little bit. 18, I got 3 plus I times 2 minus 5I times 4 plus 3I. All right, what we did last week on these guys, we didn't do any that had the 3. Again, we don't have time really. So let's just mark that third one out and you guys just follow that. Okay, we had another week we could work on that, but we don't. Yeah, 9's going to be just like 17, so we can do 9. All right, let's do 9 next. Number 9, I got root 6 plus I and root 6 minus I. Before I show 9, I want y'all to try it. This is full method. We just went over how to do one like this. You should be able to do it. All right, y'all try 9 and see what you get. On 18? 3 plus I, 2 minus 5I. You mean like where it says 3 plus I? It'd be negative 5I squared, which would be plus 5. All right, let's go through 9, see what y'all get. How about root 6 and root 6? That's root 36, which just turns into 6, right? We'll do that on the next step. Got a minus I root 6 plus I root 6 and a minus I squared. All right, again, what happens to the middle? Cancels out. You got a plus I and a minus I. It cancels. All right, square root of 36 is 6. What about this minus I squared on the end? What's that going to turn into?
-1 or +1.
Positive 1, right. So I mark that out. 6 plus 1 is 7. Okay, that wasn't bad. All right, I'm going to let y'all do all the other problems 1 through 18 that we haven't done. I'm going to let y'all work on those in a minute on your own. I think we need to do 19, 20, and 21. We did these last week. I think Friday was the first day we did them. All right, somebody guess for me. What's the first thing we move over on 19?
36.
Take 36, move it over. All right, we get negative 36. What's the next step? Got to find the square root. Now, the square root of 36 is 6. What's the square root of negative 36? 6I. Now, what did I leave off?
Square.
Why do we have to have plus or minus? Anytime you find the square root when you're solving an equation. So basically, if it's got an equal sign, plus or minus. All right, that was 19. Y'all try 20. Try 20 and 21. All right, 20. Let's move 18 over. I got 3x squared equals negative 18. All right, what's next?
Take 3 divided by
Divide by 3. Good. So I get negative 6. All right, what's next? Now, when we take a square root, 6 doesn't have a square root. So what do I write for my answer? You pull out an I, so it's plus or minus I root 6. All right, good. All right, y'all try 21 now.
Send that over to Jason, please.
All right, so I divide by 4, divide by 4. All right, I got x squared equals negative 16. All right, take a square root, plus or minus 4i. That was an easy one. All right, so y'all complete the front. We'll check the answers on it, and then we'll do the back. Now, the back is something new that we didn't even get started on last week. The back is the absolutely positive last new thing we're doing.